Assalamu alaikum. Today I'll present to you our senior project MEdugate app. The idea behind the project is that most universities have an EduGate, which is an educational gate, where students and faculties use this service to help them in their educational journey. Students would visit that educational gate and be able to add courses, remove courses, see their absences, and be able to see the final grades, etc. Whilst faculty can mark students absent or not, they can also submit the grades of those students. The motivation behind the application is that the educational gate that we have right now in PSU is a website that is kind of outdated. The user experience is kind of poor. It's filled with issues and could be improved, and features could be added to it. Most importantly, it is just a website. And so the goal of our senior project is to fix the issues aforementioned and also to turn this educational gate into an application, which you can see on the right. So when it comes to the delegation of work and the roles that we've taken in this project, mostly we've separated ourselves into two pairs. The first pair would be closer to software engineers, which would be me, Sattam Al-Ammar, and Ibrahim Bazoun. And the second pair would be more towards computer scientists, Aziz Tawila and Salih Al-Hamid. For me and Ibrahim, we mostly worked mainly in the first iteration or the planning phase, whilst Abdulaziz Tawil and Saleh worked mostly on the second phase. In the first phase, I took the team management, whilst Ibrahim was the software manager. I focused on the planning whilst he focused on the design, for example. I worked on the documentation, the writing of the proposal and final report, and he focused on tracking the development of the software. Whilst I worked in the UI design, he implemented that UI, and whilst I am right now presenting this final video, he would be the one, for example, testing the application. The meat of the software, the development, was mostly done by Abdulaziz Tawil and Salih Al-Hamid, the computer scientist. They've done most of the implementation. Maybe if we focus on their specializations, Abdulaziz would be mostly in the front end, while Salih would be mostly in the back end. But throughout the whole development of this application, we all work together. So in the first planning and design phase, for example, Abdulaziz might have helped with the use case diagrams. Saleh would have designed the architecture of the database, and vice versa. Me and Ibrahim helped when it came to the development. For example, Ibrahim, like I said, worked a bit with testing, with filling the data, etc., whilst I tweaked some of the UI and tried the application. So that is for the first part of this video. Later I will show you now the application itself. Okay, now we're inside the app. This is the login page. We would enter our PSU email and then our password. And when we go in, we would have this interface. We would have the name of the student, their ID number, their major, and then their GPA. We have on the far corner logout, and then we've got our profile. If we extend the menu and not just see the options that are mostly used, we can see all of the options that we have. Starting off, we have the schedule. We can check the current semester schedule. So as you can see, this is the schedule that I have as a student. We'd have the course ID, we'd have the time, the section, location, etc. If you go back, we have the adding of courses. These are the courses that I can add. I can go into, for example, business, check the sections that I have, and then I can add it. There's a conflict because I've already added this course. I can go and check my absences. I can see that in one of the courses, for example, I've got 12 absences, which is a DN, another I've got 2, which is 4%, etc. Then I can check the final exam schedule. I can see that in December 22, I've got Arab at 4 o'clock, location and gym, etc. I've got the courses exception. This is an added feature which you cannot find it easily on the website. I can come here and then, for example, for CS101, I can check the sections and maybe request an exception. If I go back, I can check, for example, the GPA page. I can check the results. Right now we don't have results, but you would have your grade, and then you'd have A plus, etc. The expected GPA. So, for example, maybe I've got B plus in here, and then it would tell me I would have 3.5. That's the expected GPA. And then we've got rating of the instructors. We'd have the course, and then you would have, for example, whatever we add in here later on, the questions that we wanted, then maybe rating out of 5, etc. After that, we've got the board. It's an added page that does not exist in the website. One of the features we're going to have in it is, for example, voting. This is still a feature that is not fully implemented, but we would have, for example, if the teacher or the doctor for discrete mathematics posted a poll whether or not to have the quiz on Monday. So people would be with or against. After that, we've got personal. You can see your personal information. You've got academic calendar, which you can see the days and then the events in that day. And you've got financial information, of course, to see the money you see the receipts for the money transactions. We also got requests. So, for example, if you want to communicate with the advisor, you can communicate with, for example, here Mohammed Tunsi. If you want to withdraw from a course, you can easily come here and drop the course. And then if you want to change majors, there's already a pending, we've submitted an application to change our major. Then we've got, lastly, courses. We can see the major plan. Right now, it simply shows you the page where we've got the CS study plan. And then you can see the available courses this semester. And these are the courses this semester available. We can press on description and read about this course. That is the application right now, and we can log out. Thank you.